Are you tired of messy spreadsheets and looking for a more powerful way to organize your data? Meet Airtable, a flexible database-powered tool that combines the simplicity of spreadsheet with the advanced features of database. In this tutorial, I'll guide you through everything you need to know to get started with Airtable. We'll cover how to set up your first base, create tables, use view, automate workflows, and collaborate efficiently. By the end of this video, you'll be able to organize project, track data, and work smarter with Airtable. Now, before we get started, all of the mentioned tools will be on the description box below, so make sure to check it out. And so before we dive right in, the first thing that we want to do is to basically create an Airtable account. You want to navigate through their official website, which is airtable.com, and from here you simply want to click on the sign up for free button. You can go ahead and see this button at the top right corner of your screen. Right after that, it will then take us to the registration page on which we can put the work email of ourselves. You have the continue with single sign on, and lastly you have continue with Google. Now I prefer this method right here because it is easy and it gets the job done. Now right after creating your account, it will then go ahead and ask some very basic questions. Right here, what themes are you on? You have something like marketing, HR and legal, and more. You can just go ahead and choose your preferred option. In my case, I'll go ahead and click on product and design. So you can just go ahead and click on continue, and from here you can just go ahead and put the co-workers or the teams that we want to go ahead and put into this specific spreadsheet or Airtable or database. So you can just go ahead and put their emails right here, or you can personally invite them by sending this specific invite link. So just go ahead and click on copy link, and from there you want to send this through the messaging application of your choice. Right after that, you want to click on continue. In my case, I'll skip on this step right here. Right after that, we have the get up and running first. Make your data more powerful by moving it to Airtable. So if you have something like Google Sheets already on your workflow or Microsoft Excel, CSV, you can just go ahead and put those right here. So let's just say that I already have a Google Sheet spreadsheet. I can just go ahead and click on the Google Sheet option right here. Select Google Sheet account, and from here you can then go ahead and find your Google Sheets by making sure that you have the right Google account logged in into Airtable. From there, you simply want to click on continue, and right after, we can now go ahead and customize our user interface. You also have your icons right here, and so you want to click on next. From here, we can then go ahead and choose our department. You have marketing and creative, product development, project management, IT and support, and lastly UX scratch. If you want to start from scratch, you can just go ahead and choose the last option right here. But in our case, to make everything easier, let's go ahead and start with a template. So I'll click on product development. Right after that, you have this specific options right here, which is the choose what to include in this application. You have your product launches. Of course, this is a product development. You have your task. You have a roadmap for this specific product or your project. You have features. You also have feedback, issues, OKR, sprints, and more. So you can just go ahead and customize your own table the way you want to. In my case, it's going to look something like this. So let's now go ahead and click on next once more. And right after, we can then go ahead and add automations to our applications. So for example, if you want to send a scheduled digest, you can just go ahead and click on the add button right here, and it will automatically add this specific automation into our spreadsheet. You have your track milestone, collect status update, but of course you can always edit this later. In our case, let's go ahead and click on the finish button, and let's head over to the main spreadsheet or Airtable. And so after waiting for a couple of seconds, it will then go ahead and present us with this message: experience all of Airtable with 14-day free trial of theme. So you simply want to click on get started. Now we are inside the spreadsheet right here or our table. Now let's go ahead and get started with the basics. Now, if you navigate through your dashboard right here, and if you click on the add product, you can just go ahead and add something like your launch name, status, owner, description, and more. So let's just go ahead and say that I want to call this something like pop. The status is going to be on track. I will set a launch date at February 28th. You have the owner or the creator of this specific product right here. You have your description for the product, and lastly, you have your task. Now for this specific product, I want to go ahead and code review. I want to design database, and from there we can now go ahead and click on create. Well, now that you know on how you can go ahead and create your own table, let's go ahead and know on how you can edit some of them. So from here, if you navigate your mouse through some of the tasks that we have on our table, for example, we have Apollo 11, it's completed. You can just go ahead and click on this drop down menu, and you can edit this depending on the status of this specific project. You have your description, and lastly, you have your task. You can also go ahead and categorize your task. For example, you have your all products right here. You have the not started category. You have the at risk, and lastly, you have on track. If you go ahead and scroll down through your product dashboard or your spreadsheet, you can then go ahead and see your launch calendar. From here, you have a set of events that you have set for this specific product. In our case, it is going to be the pop launch, which is going to be on February 28th. So going to our table, we have our task right here that we have previously set on the template section. From here, you have your task, which is to design database and code overview. You also have your roadmap right here that you can go ahead and manually set. Once again, you can add project by clicking on this specific button right here. You can go ahead and categorize this the way you want to. And so you have your feedback right here, which is just an example, update technology Slack. You have the submitter of this specific feedback. You have your status, which is going to be needs review, reviewed, reviewing, and resolve. The importance of this specific feedback, created, description, and lastly, technology. And so as you can go ahead and see, you now have the glimpse of what this AI can do. This is really useful, especially if you are using a project management tool and you're managing a project for your team. You can then go ahead and collaborate everything from the Airtable product or service right here. And so if you want to edit the entirety of the application, you can then go ahead and see the edit app button. So you can just go ahead and click on it. Only the admins or the creator of this specific spreadsheet can edit this specific menu. From here, you have your titles, you have data that you can go ahead and edit. You can then go ahead and sort out the action, search, filter, group, and more. You also have the advanced settings right here, which is going to be allow users to print, allow users to export data as CSV, and lastly, you have your interfaces. If you want to add one, you simply want to click on the plus icon. You can click on add interface or add page. And so guys, if this video has been helpful, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. And as always, thank you.